Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here today, do the series that we're running for the month of April, which is my 30 favorite rock bands that have a prog influence or prog element to their music. And the way we're doing this is I'm working my way from maybe the least proggy bands to the more proggy bands. But none of these bands I consider to be proggy. I don't consider this one to be proggy either. Although this one's getting a bit closer now. We're starting to get closer to that sound. So here for day 12 is the Klaatu. Yes, the Klaatu. I have the first two albums here. I ordered the second two from eBay online like back in November and it never came. So I'm thinking I lost out there, but I do have these two. The first one is just currently going into my playlist as we speak, like as this week was its first time in there. This band, very proggy kind of psychedelic kind of album covers. I think their album covers are vastly superior to a lot of bands' album covers. I like their album covers quite a bit. These two are quite good. The next two are very good as well. Very mixture of music here. So you got a kind of a Beatles sound going on, poppy sound, at least on the first one. But as they move along, they get a little bit more proggy elements in their music. Some of the albums are a lot more proggy than the predecessors. But I tend to think of these guys as a pop kind of pop band with some prog elements to them. So they're one of the closer bands to being maybe labeled as prog. Now, of course, the obvious name, say Klaatu and the different spacey kind of feel to some of their music definitely label them as being part of that prog movement. I would also say that psychedelia is a big issue with this band as well, or a big influence is probably the better word, not issue. Issue sounds like a problem. Influence with this band as well. I do like these guys. They are Canadian. And the story goes, for those of you who don't know the story, is that when they first put their albums out, they didn't put any credits on any of the albums. And they have a bit of a Beatles sound to them. So a lot of people, the rumor had it flying around, circulating that the Beatles had come back and were under an alias producing this album, and it went on for a bit. Actually, probably sold them quite a bit of albums doing that. Not a bad ploy. I don't know if they did it on purpose, though. I don't think they did. But anyways, they weren't. They were a Canadian, a bunch of session musicians that were from Canada that had decided to release an anonymous album under the name Klaatu. So there you go. That's that's my favorite band with a prog influence for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. That's much appreciated. If you want to leave any comments about the Klaatu or about anything I've said, you can put that in the comment section below. Try to answer anything or try to defend anything if I have to. So I hope have a good day, a good afternoon, a good night, and goodbye.